Okay, and last but not least, the last fixture that we'll be looking at is Sevilla versus Dortmund. Sevilla, the kings of the Europa League, having won the tournament multiple times in the last couple of years. And right now, it has to be said that they are the favorites. Right now, definitely, Sevilla are the favorites. Dortmund is in turmoil at the moment. Sevilla is currently 7th in La Liga with a couple of games in hand, and they're currently on 20 points. 5 points off 4th place Villarreal. They have the joint second best defensive record in La Liga, having conceded only 10 goals. And the team who they're joint second with is Sociedad, who has played 3 games more than them. They are 13th. They are the 13th best offense in La Liga so far. This is a problem for Sevilla because even Real Valladolid in the relegation zone has scored more goals than them so far this season. Right, and they're also the second lowest scoring team in the top half of La Liga. But in Champions League, they finished second in Group E to Chelsea, receiving 13 points, 4 wins, 1 draw, and a loss. The loss and the draw coming to Chelsea. And this group included Krasnodar and Reims. So a very relatively easy group, and a group that they were favourites to progress from. Dortmund, on the other hand, they are languishing in 5th spot, already 8 points off leaders Bayern Munich and seemingly out of contention for knocking Bayern off top spot. They have also recently fired coach Lucien Favre, which I vehemently disagreed with, and I'll address this in an upcoming video that I will be doing on this particular matter. But right now, they're in a bit of turmoil. Right now at the club, things are not going as anticipated. Many thought that this season would be their best season to have a go at Bayern Munich, but things aren't panning out that way at all. They're on 22 points with 7 victories, 1 draw, and 5 losses in 13 league games. You know, the 5 losses is a problem. To lose 5 times in 13 games, there is no way you can be a title contender in that sort of a form. Adding to their troubles, Erling Haaland is out, but only until early January though. You know, his injury is not as bad as it was earlier anticipated or previously anticipated. But still they had to go a couple games without Haaland, and you could tell that they really missed Haaland. They really missed Erling Haaland up front. Because when Haaland is out, Dortmund lack a focal point. They lack that individual up front, that focal point of the attack, and he's a very important piece in the Dortmund attack. Everything revolves around Haaland when he's on the field of play for Borussia Dortmund. And the fact of the matter is, they need to get, if they want to have a decent season this season, they need to get a backup striker in January, because Brandt just ain't cutting it, and Royce as an out-and-out centre forward isn't delivering the goods this season either. But especially Brandt just isn't cutting it, and there's a huge gulf between Haaland and whoever they play in that position when Haaland is out. And that's expected because obviously Haaland is one of the best strikers in the world at the moment. But still, man, you have to have a decent backup if you're going to have any chance at any titles this season. They have not been bad in the wins column, but as I said, 5 losses in 13 games is really bad, and it's the most of any of the teams in the top 10 or in the top half of the German Bundesliga. As well, a 5-1 thrashing from Stuttgart didn't help their confidence either. And I remember watching that game, it was a poor defensive performance from Dortmund. Hummels sometimes plays as if he is young and very inexperienced. Just some schoolboy defending on his part and on the part of the other Dortmund players or the other Dortmund defenders. And they were without Haaland in this game, and it was just a hot mess from start to finish. Interestingly, in this Dortmund team, one of the things many people are pointing to is that there are a number of under 21s and teenagers who are regular starters or very important players in this team. And it tells, the fact of the matter is the inexperience obviously will lead to inconsistency. And with the exception of Haaland, the rest are sometimes inconsistent. Even Reina at some points in time this season has not played well. But Haaland is just a beast, man. Every time he's on the field of play, he's just a beast for Dortmund. But a very inexperienced team, and obviously, this will show with regards to consistency. But with Dortmund, any card can play. They will have Haaland back because he'll be back in January. And so that is very good for them. Without Haaland, I would not give them a chance in this game. Frankly speaking, without Haaland, they will lose over both legs. But Haaland will be back in January, so that's good. And right now, they currently have an interim coach. If they can get a good coach to come in over the second half of the season and basically get things back on course, because they have talent and they have good players that can do very well, but they need a good coach, man. They really do need a good coach. Even though I didn't think Favre was a bad coach, I think they should have given him some time to figure it out, because his history with Dortmund hasn't been bad at all. Even though they had a rocky season or a rocky start to the season so far, I still would have stuck with Favre a little bit more. But right now, like how Favre is out, they need a good coach to come in and steady the ship. In the Champions League group stages, they finished on top of their group with 13 points, a group that included Lazio, Brugge, and a disappointing Zenit. But a relatively easy group, so not surprising that they topped it. They had a loss. Their one loss and draw came to Lazio, which is also not surprising. But as I said, Dortmund, they have enough time, almost 2 months, between now and when they will have to face Sevilla. And they really do need to get this ship back a sail. Right now I'm giving Sevilla the edge in this one, because Dortmund is just all over the place right now. But they do have the capacity right now, especially with Haaland coming back. They do have the capacity to win this game, but they do need to get things back afloat. Alright, so that's it. We have finished looking at all the fixtures for the upcoming round of 16 games. Some very interesting games here, some very exciting games. One of the games that I'm really looking forward to is Leipzig and Liverpool, who I failed to predict, who I think would go through on that one. That's a very interesting fixture. Two teams rather, that could or has the ability to win the Champions League. So a title contender will definitely be knocked out in the round of 16. But as I stated, these predictions are based on what is taking place now. A lot of things, good or bad, can change in between now and February, and I do intend to do a follow-up video in the couple days leading up to the last 16 fixtures based on where things stand at that point in time. But still a long way to go before the last 16 kicks off in February. Anyway, guys, take care until we meet again.